Hello, everybody. I'm getting ready to play our end of the week concert, and a lot of people be wearing their tuxedos today. We are going to go post a link on jollyrogerukulele.com. That's our website, and every Monday through Friday we meet. Although we're not meeting tomorrow on Friday because I have a 4-day weekend planned. And so today is the end of the week concert. So much work to get done today. We're going to start right on time. People will wander in late because most of the time I'm late. And so we will be um, focused in on trying to get through everything. And so we'll see how well I do. Um, Today, the plan anyway is to play the arpeggios and then make a better bar worksheet. And then after the ball, come Josephine in my flying machine, 5'2". If you knew Susie, I'll see you in my dreams. It's only a paper moon. Tonight you belong to me and ukulele lady. Holy Moses. We're not going to get through all that. We are going to do what we can to get through most of that. And we'll see how it goes when we alternate very lately. Let's see. Let me make sure the link is working now. And it pulls up just fine. Let me go tweet it. Love in the alley, Tin Pan Alley. Kick your Fanny Thursday. Oh, I'm all right. Special edition. Special edition. Exclamation point, space. Okay, and then I pop up there, and then I'm put on our website, jollyrogerukulele.com. And then I add on our logo for the week, which is Love in the Alley. And a special edition tweet. All right, so we've tweeted. Good. And we have set up the stream. Lynn is the only one here today. Oh, there's Vic. Okay. We are got a lot of work to do to get through everything today, guys. So I'm going to start exactly at 1:05. We're going to go right down the list, make a better bar worksheet, arpeggio prep, and after the ball, come Josephine, and so on. We'll go ukulele first and baritone second. And wherever we end up, and the rest of the songs will carry over into the next week. So we've got the little bit easier songs to start off with, and then it gets tougher and tougher as we go along. So that's fine. We may need an extra few days on some of those. And so we'll carry over those that we don't get to today into next week. That'll give you something to work on over the weekend. And then starting next week, my plan is to continue working on arpeggios and getting baritone versions of everything, along with cleaning up the first edition of our arpeggios, and then to start squeezing in some Irish, Scottish, Celtic inspired music over the next couple of weeks. We're about a month out from St. Patrick's Day, so no reason to not put in a little bit of time on some of that stuff and see if we can get a couple of things that bring tears to your eyes when you think about Ireland. And so we'll be doing that. Who else has wandered in here? Ronnie made it in from New Mexico. So far, New Jersey, Oregon, New Mexico. Jacqueline's in from Colorado. Annie's in from Colorado. Some guy just walked out of the basement going, I'm ready for level 2. I know, Annie. I told him not to judge himself against you. That's because that seemed rude, I mean, being that you're just getting started. Linda's in from British Columbia. I'm trying to pick how many locations we are. Paper Moon's your earworm for. I know you wake up going. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, got Michigan in. Terry's in from the land of the Vikings. A little chilly, north side of Colfax. Cindy's in from local. Christine is in local as well. Kay is kind of local. She used to be local. Now she lives up northern Colorado. Takes care of a bunch of ukulele stuff up there for us. And she's way north of Colfax. Linda's in from Hawaii. Got my second vaccine shot, so yeah, so not feeling so good. Yeah, that's my understanding. Is the first one you're like, yeah, that's fine. I just took a shot. The second one you're like, I think I am going to die. So good for you, Linda. Glad you're hooked up with the vaccine. Elizabeth is in. Good afternoon. She's from really northern Colorado. Jerry's in from she's a local. Pauline in from California. So, guys, we have so much to get through. We'll say hello to everybody else as they wander in. Let's go ahead and get started. I want to see how many of these we can get through today. So, if you will, let's start with the baritone Make a Better Bar worksheet. Let's start with just baritone. Ukulele players, you can sit out. We'll wait for all of the rest of them to wander in. We're going to go down to fret 12 and then come back up. Thumb, index, middle going down. Ring, middle, index, thumb coming back. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. 10. 'Hopefully, I tried to push this pace on that. That's your baritone version. Ukulele players, get ready. Ukulele, same exact process, different key. I'm going to push it a little bit. Hang with me. Play it at my speed. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. 10. 12. Turn it around. Was consistently missing that fourth string. You could hear it plain as day. Let's go grab the ukulele version of the Arpeggio Prep page. This will probably be the last time we work on our Arpeggio Prep for a while, because we're going to start doing not new arpeggios, but cleaned up and revised arpeggios from the actual Jumping Flea arpeggiator going forward. We'll probably do one a week, on possibly 2 a week if I have time to get them together. So this will be your swan song on the Arpeggiator Prep. I would say don't get rid of it. I think this page has so much going for it in terms of how music works and how your skill set comes together as a musician, that I would be using this as if you're newer, especially if you're newer to music, as a way to start to be building your overall understanding of how music works. Let's give it a try. Ukulele version, baritone players, you're on chords. 1, 2, not that fast. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next line. Next line, D chord. The 8 chord. And finally, F chord. I mean, tons and tons of dead notes in there. Your goal, obviously, is to get every note clean and pure and perfect. It's easy to think about, it's pretty hard to do. Let's go grab the baritone version of that page and let's do it that way. Arpeggiator baritone players, your last opportunity to get your chords right. Ukulele players, you got, hopefully at this point, you have taken time to figure out what all these chords look like on your instrument from the top. One time through on each stave. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next line. A chord. Ready, play. And finally, whole brain is exploding, right? You're thinking these are exercises on these etudes. We're trying to get them as close to perfect as possible. And every time you make a mistake, you're like, ugh, but then you got to let it go really quickly, right? Because you don't want to sit around. You don't want to be that person, right? Like, oh, I made a mistake. Woe is me, right? You just move forward. And then the next time you try not to make that same mistake. Easy to talk about, pretty hard to do. All right, guys, let's dig out your after the ball. Let's start with, I think each of these will start with the ukulele version, and then we'll go to the baritone version. And then when we run out of time, we run out of time. Whatever's left over, we move into next week. We won't cry if we don't get to everything tonight. Well, we'll cry a little bit. After the ball, ukulele version. After the ball, ukulele version. And while you're pulling that up, let's see who else wandered in here. Christine made it in, just got home from being outside. -9 in Bozeman. Elizabeth. All right, Elizabeth's going in for shot number 2 tomorrow. Good job. Way to get that handled, Elizabeth. Barbara is in. Patricia is in. Laurel is in. Mary Ann is in. Laurel says, hope you feel better soon, Linda. Yeah, I know, right? The second shot makes you feel kind of bummed. That's okay. you know it's working, right? Diane, back for the concert. Looking forward to a quick break. All right, nice. Yeah, I know. This is how you guys are thinking. I'm gonna go to ukulele class for a break. You know how hard it. You know it hurts when you get here. Linda and Arlo are here. All right, ukulele version after the ball. It's 1891. This is the number one song. Ukulele hasn't been invented yet, and you are wandering from your time machine. You're going to be make the audience weep. We're going to play all the way down to measure 31, and then we will come back and play. Sandy says she got her second shot today. Mouth and nose numb and tingly. You're like, isn't that weird? We put this stuff in us. All right, it's good. It's good. Do it from the top after the ball as written. 1, 2, 3. Oh, you can see why that's a number one song. I mean, honestly, that is the Stairway to Heaven of 1891. That is tremendous. I don't think Stairway to Heaven was ever number one. A bad example. I don't know if I know any number one songs these days. Last time I checked number one song, it was like, what the heck is that racket going on? Let's go grab the baritone version of this one after the ball. Positively delightful piece of music. Ronnie says, wonderful. Nice. All right, ukulele players, you're on chords. You're going to back me up. Give me something beautiful. Give me some reason to cry about how sad and tragic the situation that's happening in this song is. Wanted to mention, as in passing, lots of you guys are playing every day, right, with me, and I changed strings on this baritone 4 months ago, and already they're dead. They're starting to just get kind of meh, and that's because we're playing it every single day. I'm playing a couple hours a day on this thing. Not let's say a total of 1 hour exactly every day on this, and the strings are already starting to get kind of beat up a little. So just be aware, if you're playing on strings that are a year old, 2 years old, you probably can do better by doing a simple string change. And so don't put that off. Why I changed strings 2.5 years ago. These modern materials start to fade very quickly. They're only good for a year, even if you don't play it. And if you're playing often, like most of these guys are, you may need to change more strings more often. Let's give it a try after the ball. Ukulele players, you know your chords. These chords are not brutal. A couple of them are kind of tough, but other than that, you got a pretty easy go of it. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. To the top. Fun, right? Fun little piece of music. 2, 2. All right, nice. Let's see. Sandy string. Do you use high or low tension fingerstyle guitar strings on the baritone? Yes, is the answer, Sandy. Most of the time with the baritone, I've been putting on high tension ones on here because it needs a little more punch, the baritone does. Most of the time I put on high tension. However, I do have a few players who are like, that kind of hurts my fingers, and then we put on normal tension. Baritones are a bit of a conundrum because we tune them like guitar, but they're much shorter than guitar, so they have a tendency to sound a little sloppy. And so you're grabbing the ukulele version of Come Josephine in My Flying Machine. Ukulele version, Come Josephine in My Flying Machine. So that's why I put on the high tension strings onto baritones, just to get a little bit of extra oomph behind them. And it's worked out pretty well for most players. but I do regularly also put on normal tension, especially if somebody is a little bit newer player and they're not quite ready to have their fingers beat up quite so much. And I've tried every single string, I think, on baritones. Baritones really put a challenge into how to get the best sound out of them. In my perfect world, we would be tuning baritones differently than we tune them, so I could get some extra zip out of them. And those of you who are baritone players, you can't do it in an ensemble situation because it changes all the chords. But on your own, if you have a baritone, you're like, I wonder what it would sound like if I tuned it up from D to E, right? And so instead of D, G, B, E, it would be E, A, B, C sharp, and F sharp. And so you get a little more punch out of your baritone. It sounds really nice. You can't do that in an ensemble situation unless you can convert chords in your head very quickly, which I cannot. But if you have two baritones, it's kind of fun to tune one up a little bit higher. It will sound a little better. Yeah, so that's my thoughts on that, Miss Sandy. Thanks for asking. The Come Josephine and My Flying Machine ukulele version, C chords, G7s, got some diminished chords in there. Those are the ones that cause you the trouble. Other than that, all of this stuff you guys have been around long enough, probably okay with. Okay, melody works really well as well. Baritone players, you're on chords. Ukulele players, you're on whatever makes you happy. From the top, 2 times through. 1, 2, 3. To the top. Second ending. Hold it and go. That's a great song. How is that not more famous? All right, let's do the baritone version of it. Let's see how we do with that one. Baritone version of Come Josephine and My Flying Machine. Baritone. Oops. Here we go. Ukulele players, you are now in the key of G. which means that D7's coming along for the ride, and almost certainly C in here somewhere, right? C doesn't come in. Interesting. E minor does. All right, let's give it a try. All right, from the top, about the same speed. Okay, ukulele players, you're backing us up. Baritone players, you got 3 ways to get this done. 1, 2, 3. To the top. Go. When I have a fermata there that's purposely show business, up, all on, good. I always try to look up at the audience, like, look how cool I am, right? Look how lucky you are to get to spend time listening to me play ukulele. And then drop it in. So for use fermatas is definitely emphasize the showbiz there. Anytime you have a fermata, especially as a soloist, you can be like, yeah, I'm going to take a little pause here and look at you so I can make sure you're not on your phones. All right, 5'2". Let's do the ukulele version first. 5'2", ukulele. Da-da-dum. 5'2", 5'2" on ukulele. Guys, when you hear me play this, you'll notice I add in a ton of strumming. One of the things we've talked about over the last couple of weeks is, hey, when you have a like, let me give you an example. If I get to measure 1, right, and I'm playing my tendency is just to add an extra note in there. It doesn't matter. As long as I'm holding the F chord, it won't matter what note I hit. I try to make it a lower note than the melody note. Right, and that's normally what I do, and that's what the arpeggios teach us to do, is to, you've already got your claw held on here, why not take advantage of it? So you're just using your index finger to to fill up space and to keep the beat moving along. But on this piece, I like to do a full strum when I can, because the entire melody, for the most part, is on the first string. So you can get away with a strum in there. Right, in that case, I'm doing up and down, but doing something kind of dramatic in there just to fill up the space. So as the more you mess around with the more fun you can have with that. So yeah. Marianne Cyber, Michigan is getting vaccinated. My second is tomorrow. See, guys, nice job, everybody. Nice job. Way to get your second vaccines. I think at this point, as far as I can tell, I'm about 90 millionth on the list. I don't know. We're way down there. I'll get it eventually. All right, 5'2", ukulele style baritone players. You're backing us up, probably giving a lot of excitement to it. Maybe not. Maybe plucking. I don't know. Find something that sounds good. Down to 8. Come back and play the whole thing to the end. 1, 2. Oh, it's a 1-beat counting. Ready, play. What chord did I miss? Oh, I missed that chord. I missed the A minor 7th at the end. Don't even know if that's an A minor 7th. Probably is. So I missed that one. Isn't that a fun song to play? All right. Ukulele players, those of you who've been to your local strum-along are now, you typically play that in the key of C when you go to ukulele strum-alongs. And that is the purpose of the baritone version of this. Baritone players are going to be playing what you just played, but they're going to be playing in the key of C, which means you can play this just the way you learned how to play it at your local get-together. And we're about to do that now as soon as I hit the right button here. 5'2" baritone. Same exact thought process. I'm going to give it a lot of strumming as we go through this. Your job is to find a way to make it sound cool. And hopefully at your house you're like, man, oh man, you're making a lot of music today. From the top, same exact program, baritone players. You got your chords, you got your melody, you got your Tuff axe, Tuff uke. If I'm in guitar, I call it Tuff uke all the time. And when I'm in ukulele, I call it Tuff axe all the time. So I don't know why. From the top, 1 beat counted. Ready, play. Yep. Baritone, 5'2". We've had that one around a long time. Hopefully that's coming together for you. Hopefully you're like, yeah, no problem. I can totally play that. All right, so now we get into the newer stuff. This may be it for the day. Let's see, it's 1:39 already. Get 11. If you knew Susie, like I know Susie, let's go play the ukulele version of If You Knew Susie. And guys, anything we don't get to today, we'll carry over into next week, and that way you have plenty of stuff to work on over the weekend. I think I love the idea of Tin Pan Alley Tuesday. I don't know if I can keep it up forever, but I think we may continue to drop in a Tin Pan Alley. There's a ton of them that I want to finish that I've had in my computer for years, and it would be awesome to knock some of those out. And so I'm sorry, I'm grabbing the baritone. We need the ukulele version. So I love the idea of that. I just don't know if I can keep up on it. That's a lot of typing. And then, so next week plan is no class on Monday, right? A new arpeggio, hopefully 1 or 2 a week from here out. We will wrap up whatever Tin Pan Alley we're working on, and then maybe put it into a regular program where we're doing it on Tuesdays. A lot of you guys have said, hey, man, I really like this music. And then also next week, we'll start looking at the Celtic music again. And so on the website right now, I think I have it under Italian. I think I call it Irish-ish. What did I call it? Let me see what I called it. Ye Old Ireland, Scotland, and Wales. So we've got Ashgrove, Danny Boy, Last Rose of Some Minstrel Boy, Molly Malone, and Whiskey in the Jar. That's stuff we worked on real early last year, maybe almost, 11 months ago or something. So we'll be pulling some of that stuff out. Plus, you guys have given me that other one. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. You're like, yeah, we should do this one. And so it was real pretty. We'll be working on that stuff through St. Patrick's Day. And hang with me, guys, until the summertime. This summer, I have figured out what I need. What I do that you probably need to be able to do as well. And so I'm working on thinking that one through. But I got a pretty good idea of next level. I keep trying to get. You're at a pretty high level at this point. I keep kind of pushing you. So. Is there a link somewhere to the Jolly Roger shirt? I'm going to get that posted this weekend. I know not yet, but I will get it posted. I was putting my Jolly Roger shirt on today, and Donna says, I am so sick of those shirts. And I said, it's my uniform, whatever. And she's like, does it come in any other color? Oh, goodness sakes. All right. If You Knew Susie, pages, 2 pages, we play all the way down to measure 39 and then come back up to measure 5. The goal with this one would be to play it fast and silly and crazy, but we'll play it slow because it is a pretty new song for us, and it is not exactly easy to play. So getting the melody right, and especially these runs and stuff, it is. So thank you for asking, Jerry. I will get you a link to how to create your very own Jolly Roger ukulele shirt so you can represent the community, represent us. I will tell you, if you wear the same exact, I have 3 of these, right? And so I wear one usually for a couple, and you got to wear a t-shirt with it. So I feel like we'll wear it 3 or 4 days and then wash it. And it turns out I don't need any other shirts. So there you go. From the top, If You Knew Susie. It's supposed to be 160. We're going to play it at about 100. 1, 2, 3, 4. Look at your audience, and then top. Oops, I'm sorry. Let's start from the pickup to measure 5. I totally looked in the wrong spot. 1, 2, 3. How many of you tremoloed? Nice. There we go. How are we doing on time? We got time to get the baritone version in. Let's do the baritone version. It'll be fun. Now we know how it goes. That's a tough song. It starts off and you're like, oh, I can play this song. And as you get into page 2, you're like, uh-oh. Uh-oh, I am playing this song too fast. Let's see. Can we just buy the patch? I will send you all the information you need on the patch and all of that. Yeah. Yeah, heck yeah. Make a patch and put it onto something. All right. It'll be a Jolly Roger heavy-duty sweatshirt for me. Thank you very much. Yes. Yeah. So I will make sure you guys have the logo and the thing and all that stuff. I'm going to put it on the About page for the website. And you can go there, and if you want to, or not. It's I'm not gonna create this stuff and merchandise and all that stuff. That's just too much work. I would rather be playing ukulele. So, but yeah, I'll get you the stuff you need. I know it's kind of fun to have it. Years and years and years ago, when we were putting the Rocky Mountain Ukulele Orchestra together, Debbie came to me and she says, "Hey, we need to have sweatshirts with our logo on it." And I said, "No, we don't." And now we have this whole thing with hats and bags and shirts and all this stuff. Yeah. And so, we did need it. She was totally right. And I was totally wrong, which is basically how I live my life. And, and so when you guys kept showing up here, I thought, oh, I want to get a thing. All right. If you knew Susie, thanks, Marianne. Have a great weekend, Marianne. All right. If you knew Susie, baritone version, guys, if you're on ukulele, these are a little bit tougher chords. Hopefully you had a chance to figure out what you're supposed to be doing there. Let's play through it one time through. We'll call it a day. Let's not do the repeat. Let's not do the repeat. Let's just do one time through, and we'll carry this over into next week. How about that? 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? I'm going to go from 13. Sorry, I overthought it. 13, 1, 2, 3, 4. Second ending. Okay. So we'll pull this over into next week just to keep us honest. We will pull this song and the other ones on the list into next week. So that'll keep you busy over the weekend. It's a long weekend for everybody. So if you will give a little bit more energy to If You Knew Susie, I'll see you in my dreams. It's all the new stuff. It's only a paper moon. Tonight you belong to me and ukulele lady. That will basically be next week's plan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we will. All those are awesome. So we will add those into next week. We'll teach one of those each day next week, and we'll put So we'll play. I'll see you in my dreams on Monday. Only paper moon on Tuesday. I'm sorry. We only have 4 days next week, so we'll fit all 5 of those into 4 days. I don't know. We'll figure it out, but we will for sure pull all of those into next week, and that'll give you something to play while you're having a long weekend. Hope you're having a great week. Get your shots. Do a random act of kindness for somebody. Practice, guys. You're at a high level. You have to practice. I don't know what to tell you. This stuff's too hard to just sit down and play. Show up. That's the clear difference between people who are great players and not so great is that the great players show up. They show up to lessons, show up to rehearsal, show up to concerts, show up to other types of music, trying to just fill their brain with whatever, and being a little responsible for their fellow musicians. If you have not subscribed to the ukulele website, I don't know what to tell you. You should have. And for sure, make sure you have your email in my database so that I can make sure to keep you updated. I haven't sent one out in a couple weeks, but we'll send one out soon here this weekend. All right, that's enough. Jerry, let's see. We already talked about that. Let's see. Linda says we can wear them for our next Zoom performance. I know, right? That'd be good. Everybody has their thing. That'd be fun. All right. Circles of doom here. Oh, what does that mean, Elizabeth? Have a great weekend. Thanks, Elizabeth. Cindy, have a nice long weekend. Thanks, Cindy. I will. Jacqueline, good to see you. Ronnie, thanks. Have a wonderful weekend. You bet. Terry, keep an eye out for the Vikings up there. Sandy, have a nice weekend, everyone. Yeah, Sandy, you too. Thanks, Annie. Annie, you got trouble come brewing at the house there. You better go make sure that I better start hearing about duets coming out of your house, right? Linda, have a fun weekend. Get out. Yeah, it's going to be 12 degrees here, Linda. I don't know if we're going to go for a walk. I'm thinking about starting back up. There's a gym upstairs here, and I've been thinking about going back there. We have too many millennials that use it that don't wear masks, and I'm not positive I want to hang around in their air. Diane, can't make the 7-2 stretch. Which is more important? The 2 is the important part. The 2, that 7-2 is really, as you saw me, I'm really stretching it too. There's no good solution to that around there. So hit the 7 and move on. Yeah, 5-7, 5-7. Just abandon your 2s. Yeah, I agree, Diane. It is a tough one. It's not so bad on ukulele. It's almost undoable on baritone. So yeah, hit the 2, hit the 7. Forget the 2s. Vic, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Have a great 4-day weekend. Thanks, Barbara. You're very kind. Arlo, good to see you, boss. Pauline, you too, Pauline. Thank you. Lynn, New Jersey is probably going to be still freezing for a while, huh? See you on Tuesday. Cindy, can you just resend the logo so we can put it on? Yeah, I'm gonna make all that stuff available for you, Cindy. I'll make a little area for you to download whatever you need, and so yeah, we'll make sure everybody can do it. All right, guys, have a lovely weekend, and I will see you soon.